Hi, it's Karen here at Rockin' Mama. I am here with Kimberlee Mitchell, who is a child safety expert and professional childbirther with Safety First Squad.
Hi, Rockin' Mama. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. I'm really glad you're here.
Me too. Hi, Josh.
And this is our son.
Not our son.
Well, okay.
Well, clearly, we already have a little one in the household. You have a newborn over here, right? So the first point I want to make is to all the mamas out there that are pregnant, to get ahead of the curve and childproof during pregnancy. Remember when you were pregnant, before you had little people running all over? You had time, tons of it. You could sleep forever, and you could nest and really enjoy the process of preparing for your baby.
How do we make it?
You know what? We are going to talk about how we make it, buddy. And right now what we're doing is talking about childproofing during pregnancy, because mamas get too busy once the little people come. Yeah. And then the next point that I would love to make is childproofing and discipline. It's this powerful 1-2 combo. So if we have a gate over here for little Josh, like I do see at the bottom of your stairs, if he goes up to it and wants to swing on it and play on it, you say, hey Josh, that's not your property, or whatever the language is that you and your husband use. That's not your property. Please stay off. That's danger. Lengthen the life of your baby proofing or your child proofing, and don't let Josh see you open and close the gate. Don't let him see you figure out the locks and the latches, because they're brilliant. These little people are quick studies.
I won't close the gate.
Thank you, love.
Good boy, honey. Good boy. So no touching on the child safety devices, no touching on the gates and the latches. And Mama, when you are opening and closing, turn your back to Josh. Don't let him see. Lots of families have gyms, home gyms. Perfect example of an off-limits room. We've heard some sad stories about children getting fatally injured in gyms. Gyms, yep. Gyms and garages. We have a garage right here behind us, and I notice you have a flip lock on up high. Perfect. Great move. We install those all the time. So you can have an off-limits room by putting on a knob cover. You do, and the garage is off-limits, right, Josh?
Yeah, danger. In the garage, right?
Danger in the garage. So you have the knob cover and the flip lock. That's 2 layers of protection. I never like to hit new mommies over the head with scary statistics, but there's one statistic that really got me into doing this 8 years ago when my Chloe was born, and that stat is that the #1 cause of death for children between the ages of 1 and 4 is unintentional injury. And more children die every year in the United States due to unintentional injury than they do to violence and disease combined. It's a frightening. It is. Our babies are dying at a faster rate on our own watch more than disease and violence combined. Why isn't it on billboards everywhere? You know? I mean, we would lay down our life for our little people. We'd do anything for them. So education is key, and that's why I love that you're doing this, that we're doing this together, because mamas are going to watch this and they're going to think, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. And they're going to employ some of these points that will potentially, surely keep their kids out of the ER. So what I would suggest for the kitchen is, first off, to either gate it off if you can.
Are we in the kitchen?
We are in the kitchen, buddy. Are there things in here that are unsafe and that can give you owies? Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. So it's a no-no to try to get into the cupboards, right? No playing with that, and no touching the latch, because we want to keep that closed, because there's owies in here. Lots of owies. And this is a great example of some of the consumer product. It doesn't take the wear and tear sometimes that it needs to. And so Pro product includes nylon in the latches, and they're a little tougher. I would put magnetic locks on these so that there is no way to open this at all, because there's, of course, stuff under here that is lethal, and we've got all these bags and whatnot. So under the sink is a obvious danger zone. Lots of owies. So we're going to keep that locked. You remove these latches and put a magnetic lock there, and then you have the key here. You wave it over, and then it disengages it for you. There's no way to open it with those magnetic locks. They're fantastic. So this is a perimeter door, and it leads to where?
The garage.
The garage, okay, which is an off-limits room, right?
Definitely an off-limits room.
Yes. Do we play in the garage, Josh? No way. Why? Why don't we play in there?
I know.
Because it's dangerous.
There's scary things
scary things and lots of danger. So we do not go in there, and only go in there when we're with Mama. You have this flip lock up here, which is brilliant. We install a lot of these. Sometimes I install them even higher because they're little MacGyvers. They can take certain objects and scoot certain objects and get up high pretty quick. And then before you know it, everything's open, right? Because this is down low. So what I would do is also add a knob cover. So you have 2 layers of protection, because this room is lethal. When it comes to baby gates, you really get what you pay for. Do you remember the price point on this one?
Probably 20, 30 bucks.
20, 30 bucks, right? And it's been serving its purpose, but now at 2.5, he's climbing over it.
Oh yeah, he's climbing over it.
Which these, yeah, so these are like little footholds. What would work better here is a taller gate that has slats, kind of like the one you have downstairs.
So we can't climb.
So he can't climb. Exactly. He can't get a foothold, right? Because it's straight up and down. So I would suggest that for here, and also for stair top. If you want to keep him out at 2.5 years old, this isn't going to work anymore.
So Kimberlee, I think this is probably a danger, right, to the kids?
All the books?
Yeah, all the books, especially in earthquake zone.
Exactly, earthquake territory. You know, a book on the head isn't going to feel so good. I would recommend not having any of the 2 play here in this hallway. But really what I see is a little bit bigger hazard here, is this pony wall here, this half wall. And I know it's high. I mean, on me, it comes up to my waist, but check this out. You open up this cabinet, there's a step here, and here we are up and over.
Wow.
Or, see this adorable picture here? All he has to do is put his hands here, put a foot here, and pull himself up. So I would make sure that this entire hallway here, specifically because of this, and you're right, I mean, this isn't unsafe, or this is unsafe as well. I would make sure this hallway is just off limits. And you already have a gate in his doorway, which is brilliant, and that's probably just for nighttime, right?
Yeah, we just leave it on at night. That's it.
Smart to have it there during room play as well in the day.
Okay. Well, Kimberlee, thank you. This has been really wonderful. I thought you were just going to come in and give us, like a little checklist or a little list of tips, and this has just been really educational. You've been really thorough, and I've learned a lot. I thought I knew what I was doing with baby proofing, but I realized there's a lot to it. I mean, there's a lot that I didn't see. There's a lot that I could do to make the house safer. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You are so welcome. It looks like I have a new best friend.
It does. I know. He just loves you.
We're going to make it safe, right, Josh? Yeah. It was my pleasure. We're child safety professionals, injury prevention professionals, are educators first. So we want to give you as much information as we can to help keep your little ones from newborn all the way up into early elementary. So I'm glad that you learned things today, and it was a real pleasure meeting you and your family. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. And for more information on the Safety First Squad, just head on over to my site, rockinmama.net.